What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Miracle Mile in front of Johnny's Coffee Shop, which isn't a coffee shop, at least not anymore, but it's still one of the most famous and recognizable restaurants in all Los Angeles. So how did a coffee shop that's no longer a coffee shop get to be a movie star? Let's get into it. Johnny's was actually built in 1955, and it was originally known as Romeo's Times Square. By the early 1960s, it became Rams, and eventually in the mid-1960s, Johnny's. Johnny's is a pristine example of Googie architecture, notorious in Los Angeles in the middle of the 20th century, with the high windows, the rock columns, the slanted roofs. And it's said that Johnny's in Googie architecture tells us as much about Los Angeles in the 1960s as bungalows in Pasadena did in the 1900s, or mission-style architecture did in Los Angeles in the 19th century. It's also important to mention that Johnny's, or Romeo's Times Square, was designed by the legendary firm Armay and Davis, who were pioneers in the Googie architecture space. It was built for $250,000, and the original owner was Montgomery Holding Company, and it was operated by Harold Aarons. In 1994, the Gold family, the founders of the 99-cent only store, bought Johnny's, and they leased the parking lot back to the 99-cent only store for parking. They actually operated the restaurant until 2000, when they shut down the restaurant and focused solely on revenue they would garner from filming. So the entire list of movies, shows, and commercials that have been filmed at Johnny's is too long to mention, but some of the highlights include Big Lebowski, Very Bad Things, Reservoir Dogs, American History X, Volcano, and perhaps the most famous, the one that kicked it off, Miracle Mile. Another interesting note about Johnny's is that in 2016, it was temporarily renamed Bernie's Coffee Shop in honor of then presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. The shop actually retained the name and became a campaign office through the middle of that year. So Johnny's Coffee Shop is no longer a coffee shop, but it's still one of the most recognizable restaurants in all Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.